Hi everyone, welcome to another Howard's Coin Finds on YouTube, Facebook. You can follow and friend me, and eBay, where there's coins on there for sale, but don't buy them on there, pick them and go through my Gmail and I'll do a pretty good bargain. Just give me an offer or say you want it and I'll work something out. But anyway, I'm just adjusting my settings here, which is done. So yeah, I went down to Willie's Milk Bar this morning. So I went past the bank and grabbed some 20 cents, only 20 bucks worth, that was all, just 5 rolls, and 3 rolls of 50s, just for something to do in between all these $1 and $2 coins that I started last night. So anyway, excuse me, we'll have a look, see what we got in the 20s. There you go, Lynn. It's lunchtime, yeah. I went down 7 o'clock, I think, or something, to Willie's. Pretty early. And I was going to go on when I came back, but I decided I'll do it later because I've had heaps of trouble going on around here and other stuff. There's the crazy cat world lady. It took off in a huff last time, eh? Had a bit of a dig at me, and I'll just let you know, the chat is that way, and I'm looking down this way. I don't look at the chat. I get to it when I can. If anyone comes in, I tell everyone hello, and I'll get there when I get there. But I'm checking coins, I'm not chatting. It's not, I'm looking this way anyway, I'm not looking at the chat. I have to turn completely to the left. I have to stop checking my coins to read the chat and respond. Sometimes I get in a little zone and I can go 5-10 minutes before I turn around and look at it, because I'm checking these coins. That's what it's all about. Coin checking, the chat's second, the coins is first. Yeah, I don't keep any, I'm only going to be keeping like 71s if I find them. 68s, they made 40 million of them. The other one you got is the 2019 JC. The 2021s, I think there's 7.5 million on these. But yeah, you can get, oh no, the 21 I haven't found any errors on it yet, any cuds. I think tiny little die cracks off the nose and chin and hair, uncirculated. But I've been looking for a cud chip on the hair to the crown, because I got a 2020 and I found it on the 2022, but I haven't found one on the 21 to match. But I don't have those other two anyway anymore, so doesn't matter. 2001, 2004, 2006, 2010, 2014, look for them. You can get all of them rotated. So make sure you check all those years for rotates. I rotate all of them, so if it's there, I'll find it. 81, look for the Canadian minted. That's the Canberra or the Welsh one right there. I can tell from the way it's minted. It'll have all its claws at the back. Oh no, it's got a half claw. No, die fill. See, it's broken. And wide nostrils, so it's Welsh. It'll have flat-based letters, no curve on them. Yep, all flat-based. And the planchet is concave. It sits down like a bowl because they use more pressure on the Welsh and the Canberra. The Welsh one, the Canadian 3.5 claw, privy mark, where the first claw's in half, that's die fill on there. Is flat planchet, curve-based letters, and a half claw there, no top on it, no die fill, a proper privy mark, and it's got the big nostrils, not these small ones. These are small and wide spaced. Only Wales has those nostrils, the wide ones. Canberra and the Canadian platypus have the big nostrils. That's the only way to tell Canberra from the Welsh ones, is the nostrils. large, it'll be Canberra, small, Wales. Other than that, they've got the same makeup, they've got the same flat base letters, same concave planchet. So the Canadian one is flat planchet, Queen sits on top, curved base, scallop base, or fish-tailed, whatever you want to call them, on the lettering. On the I's, the H, the T, the I here, and the ones, and the I's here, and the T. No, they've curves on them. They're cut in like that. So call it, it's a little cut, little ding in the center of that T, and it curves in. It's like it's got two little feet. And anyway, that's the Welsh one. So this is a Welsh. Well, it's an error coin in a way. It is slightly errored, with die fill on the first claw. You can see the point going up. The rest of it, you can see it's full there. But when you look at it like that, you can see where it's a little bit of fill. See there? You can see where it's broken. And some people will try and pass that off as a Canadian 3.5 claw, but it's not. One, it's got the wrong nostrils. Two, it's got the wrong planchet shape. And three, it doesn't have curved base letters. They're flat based. So watch out for imposter 3.5 claw Canadian minted coins to Canberra and Welsh die fill error coins. They're a variety, the Canadian one, and the other two are errors. If there's any claws missing, it's die fill, and that's an error. All right, so I'm looking over now. Just let me look. Jobby, how you going, buddy? Cat's Crazy World, yeah, 68. Year after you was born. Yeah, I'm 63, 1963. All right, see you later. Bye. Ta-da. Just set that up a bit. Yeah, only got a couple of rolls anyway. Sniff through. 22s, just looking for errors, a mass amount. 25 or something mil, a huge amount of vintage on them. I kept heaps of them, but then let them go. But yeah, 10 mil on the Kate and Wills. Yep, the teeth on that just don't cut it for me. But anyway, good job on the coin and the design. But yeah, they're a bit happy. I don't know. For me, bit prominent. Kate's not so bad. I just thought when it's uncirculating, got it clear. Anyway, I'll keep that there just to show any commemoratives we get out of there. Let me put that into there. We'll do a 50 next. We'll look at, well, too bad it wasn't an incuse on the top. That would have been the first for me. No fat letters, not even started on the U yet, so that's pretty good. All right, we'll check the fitties. That might be a bit close, so we'll see. I'll turn over. Anyone watched that last 50-cent noodle I did? I forgot all about the Fiji 50-cent piece that was at the end of one of them, and I don't have it, so I must have thrown it back in. And I wanted that 50 cents. I was for NN, but I looked everywhere for it, and I already took the coins back because I was looking to see if Michael Hector's parcel had turned up for me. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how I missed it, but it went back. It's gone, and I wanted to keep it because you don't see too many, and it was on the end of it too. 25 million of these they minted. Pretty sure it was 25, somewhere there. 1980 double bar, nothing. 16. You can get the variety. Look, just check the proofs, and you'll know what to look for. The easiest one to look at is the T. It's half as thick again. Everything looks further away from here, and to design both sides to stand out like a proof coin, but on a standard linished planchet. So the mint whacked out a few with using the proof dies. But if you want to know what it looks like, I found one. I sold it. It's gone. Just look at the proof, 2016 proof, and you'll see it's a broad date, broad legend font compared to the mint set and circulating ones. Christine, how you going? Thanks for the email. I didn't get back on there. But believe it or not, just the plumbers, I should say, just rocking up on the door for this roof. No notification, no nothing. Again, they didn't turn up the last 2 Thursdays ago, but that was a different builder. And I spent all day waiting right up till, I think it was 6:30 before we had tea for him to turn up. They didn't turn up, and nobody's even contacted us to say, oh, the reason why, or nothing. It's just crazy. 71, that's not too bad condition. 16, yeah. 5, 94, wide date, that's just a standard. 21, looking for the crop circle in that area that's pretty damaged up, but nothing there. And then the double dot on the back, or double crop circle. It's just under the beak, but if you look here first, you'll see if you've got one there, you get a corresponding dot just here. So the easiest thing I find, if you turn it over and look straight there. This one here, because it's small, you've got to sort of turn it and get the light on it, but this one stands out. Anyway, so you get double dot. If you've got a dot there, you'll have a dot there, or the predecessor to that, a donut dot, you know, what we call a crop circle. Looks like a donut or a Fruit Loop. As it got worse, it turned into a full-blown covered dot. Or round, you know, cud, nice round cud. So if you've got either, you've got a corresponding in this 0 here. So double crop circle, double dot. And you can get the crop circle on this side, the die crack, just there, but you can't get them both together. 22, found all the snake eyes yesterday, was it? I did it the day before. Can't remember when I did it. Yesterday, yeah, during the day. Got 2 snake eyes, real good ones too. Real beauties with tiny baby snake eyes too. Both of them got another set just here of little ones. So I've got 2 big, nice, beautiful snake eyes, and the baby set right here looking at you too. So that was pretty good on the both of them. So yeah, but anyway, and on the 22 in the same place as the crop circle, you can get a dot. Raised bubble, raised dot, just like that. They're not that big, it's just as small as one of those smallest ones in there, tiny, like that tiny one. Right there, raised up. Same place the crop circle is on the 21. Looking for the Whizzing Emu die crack off here. It's the only die crack I know on this that I've had. From the emu right through to here. I've got photos on Facebook, 1900 plus of them, you'll see that, and many more to look for. And you'll see all the photos on there about trail lines, and I've got videos on trail lines on this coin. It's the only coin with them. They're raised lines on here, caused more likely from over polishing and not cleaning off the die. The lint left over buries into the die, creates furrows, and then when it mints on here, they're raised, round raised speed hunt lines. Can be 1, 2, many of them, real small, long. Always from the 5 across and always vertical. They can go a little bit on that angle, but never horizontal, and never past that 5 there. They're just, well, basically on that angle there. Don't know if I've seen any in there, so it goes through here. Anyway, look for them, and I've got videos on that. Trail lines, T-R-A-I-L. It's the only coin I know of we got, and I had to look it up, and I had to go on the American sites for that, because You can get this rotated 30 degrees out, one notch, 12 around, 30 degrees, that's 360. So somebody put it in, one out, 30 degrees in 2010. And you can get them full of cuds all around here, here, all on the feet. Just hold on for 2 secs, people. I'm back. That was the shopping, coming home. All right, so 98, 79, double bar. No. Like I said, they're the only ones that have got them on there. But all the info is on American coins. The 1 cent, the stairs at the back, get a lot of trail lines running off the stairs. And I've actually had them doing the same thing on here, off this lettering here, off that scroll in here. I've had them sort of floating down that way. Normally they'd always go and running up, but they were trailing off this. Yeah. Use the light. If there's anything there, like right there, you'll see it. No crop circle. Same as here. But like I said, if you look down here, if you see a dot there, there'll be one up here. Nothing. We'll do a 20 center. Oh, Chris, how you going? Yeah, so anyway, just like I said, went down the bank, had to go to Woody's, see Woody, Willie's Milk Bar. Yeah, so anyway, he had coins, a bag of $2 coins, and well, I could just see through the bag there was nothing there, so I tipped them out, had a check, and yeah, nothing there. So the 2004, got to remember, you can get these rotated as well. So check them, and with the pointy A on the 2004, so I got a pointed A, large head, and it's closer, and the head's a bit bigger. And it was the year that they started testing out lasers for cutting the dies, and it needed obviously it needed a point, was a better action for the laser, straight up to a point and straight down, rather than up, across and down for the flat. And they saved the move as well. So they did the test run, and so there's about, I think, 400,000 large head to be found, the 2004, and they, well, one to every 300, 400 of these through your hand. Used to be about 250 I had, so I'm just adding to it for the years. There could be more, but not dollars, but these things, the actual coin itself. And they're quite a lot through your hand. Anyway, so they're 1 to 3, 400 anyway. 2005 and 2005, back in 2005, there was a guy selling these on eBay, and he called them the Swan era. And it had a cut in here that gave it a wing, and it looked like a swan with the wing, you can see with the tail. So he just needed a mark in there. I never found any, but he had them, and he was always selling them. They're not on eBay anymore, they're gone. So in case they're not in your books or anyone's told you, I've told every time I look at these and find them, the 2005, I tell you about it. So the Swan era, anyway, it's got a ink use. It's obviously struck through, I dare say, in the right spot. Anyway, whoever's got them, somebody bought them off him, because he had them on there for years. He was selling them for. That's another Welsh or Canberra. You can tell straight away. She sits down in there. It'll have flat base letters. They're flat base, flat, no curves in them at all flat. Turn it over, all the claws are there, and it's a Canberra. So that's a Canberra. It's got the nose nostrils closer and they're bigger. Did I keep that other one? We'll just check. Yep. So that's your Welsh ones. They're small. And that's the Canberra and the Canadian, a big dot pushed in. These are sort of flicked to the left, look like teardrops. So we got a Welsh error difill on the fourth claw and the first claw, and that's got a bit of difill on the fourth, just tiny. You can just see when you get the light on it, but there it looks fine. You wouldn't pull it out as being an error, but it was starting. So anyway, so that's a Canberra and the Welsh there. Beautiful. It's the only way to tell the difference between them because they both got exactly the same planchet. She sits in a hollow. They use the same pressures and they both got flat letters, flat base letters, so you can't tell the difference. And the only difference between the Canberra and the Welsh is those nostrils. And the Welsh is the only one that has the small nostrils. Canberra and Canada both had the large nostril. There you go. So anyway, that's an error one there, and I'll keep them there as a pair. Need the Canadian 3.5 claw, and I'll have the full set of varieties for the 81. And I got $20. I'm expecting to find at least two 1981 Canadian minted, privy marked, scallop tailed, flat planchet coin. I'm going to look over because I haven't looked over. Let me look over. And sorry, Christine. Yes, I'm looking over now. Hope you're there to hear me say bye-bye. And yes, you have a good day too. And yeah, thanks for the email. And the same back, yeah. And yeah, what a morning too, with these people just turning up out of nowhere to do the house, you know. So, what a good day just to rock up. I'll let them in anyway. But yeah, not happy when you just think you might own the place, but you can't rock up when you want to. But anyway, yeah, have a good day. Today's Saturday, and shopping's home, so got some shopping to check. What foods we got? Probably pies anyway for me. So the 2001 here, there's three obverse varieties to find. There's this one, the all joined, IB. There's the I space, RB join, and then there's the all spaced large head. But there's a medium, I don't call them large head and that on the 2001, mainly because there's the middle one, there's the I spaced RB. What do you call that? I don't think the head's changed. These changed. So anyway, so three of them, I spaced, all joined, IRB, I with the space, RB joined, and all spaced. Look for those three. I've got videos on them. Extremely hard to tell the difference on, well, not really. I'm not going to get into it. I've got a video on these, so check that. But that three obverse dye varieties on the platypus also is with the 9 states and territories as well. So the 9 states and territories, there's a maximum of 27 of them to collect. If all of them have all three of these. All right, so if all have all joined, I space, B joined, and all spaced, there would be 27. But that's not the case because I've been through them all in 2001 onwards, and that's not the case. You got I'm trying to think of the states. I can't. They're in my pictures. I didn't write them down. So anyway, so let's say Victoria. Victoria, I'm pretty sure Victoria might have all three. Then you go to New South Wales, for instance, and it might be that New South Wales only has the all join, and then you get South Australia, and it might be that they've got the all join and the all spaced, but they never made the I spaced RB join for that one. So each state could be 1, 2, or all 3 of them. All right, that's why there's 27 maximum, but I know there's at least 3 that don't have all 3 of them, and I know there was one that only had the all join. It had no variety, and I can't remember. So anyhow, so I'll put it down to there's minimum. There's 22 states and territory 20-cent pieces to collect. That's all the varieties. There's 22 of them. All right. Then you got in this, you got 3 more to collect, and then you got another 3 more to collect. That's all those same ones I said, all joined, I spaced, RB joined, and all spaced can be matched up with the small SD on the back. That's the standard SD, and you can get a small SD, not a micro, but a small SD. It's probably maybe 2/3 that, and so that small SD can be matched up with all joined, I spaced RB joined, and all spaced IRB. So that gives you 6 coins to collect on this one, and 22, minimum 22 federations. So between the 2001 20 cents, you got 28 to find. Just that one here. There you go. There you know. And that didn't have anything. So the I all joined with the is the easiest one to find. The next, the all spaced, and the hardest one is the I spaced RB joined on any of them. I don't care what anyone says, it is not the all spaced. If you think that because it's large head all spaced on all the other 20, and it must be the one, I'm telling you no, not a chance in hell. I have hardly found any of the I spaced RB join. They're extremely hard to identify from the all join with the space between the I and R. Many people don't even want to go there and touch them, and I can identify them, and they are extremely hard to find. And so they're the hardest to find, is the middle one. Now that's on the platypus, but in the Federation 20 cents, it's each to his own, because some have got all 3, some have only got 2, some have the I spaced RB joined and the all spaced. Some have the all joined and the I spaced RB joined, some have the all joined and the all spaced, and some have all 3. So as in what's hardest to find with them, it's hard to say, because you've got to find lots of them. But the most I have found of them is the all spaced. They're all joined, obviously. That's the base, that's the standard, and then you've got 2 varieties, the I spaced RB joined and the all spaced. But I've found the large head, if you want to call it that, the all spaced, I've found that the most. The I spaced RB joined, even in the feds, yep, they're hard and far in between. That's why it's hard to work out exactly how many there are. But there's 22, I know that. And then between the next 6 that can be added to it, I'm not 100%, I can't remember. And they're all in photos on that hard drive that's shorted out, that's sitting here for all the photos to get taken off it. And I haven't done it. When it did happen in 2006, 7, it was like mega dollars to get it done, and I just never had the cash. So it's still sitting there. One day, win Tats Lotto, and I might be able to afford to get it looked at. But it just got shorted out on the power. But anyway, I had the power left on, and I plugged the hard drive in because I was playing around adding a new power pack to it. and I didn't have the power pack turned off. When I plugged in the hard drive, I had it on an angle basically. I didn't go in smooth. I went in and it just went, and that's it. So yeah, pity, because there's at least 1,800 photos on there of all the proof coins I used to buy and split open. I used to do Wall Street, anything in mass amounts, all the silver, all the masterpieces in silver, all of them. I used to buy all them, split them down. Anything silver that I could get, the Bicentennial 88 one, yeah. Anyway, all those smaller packs, I could pick them up for anywhere, if on a good day, $60 for the silver set of Bicentennials. Then there was the other one, the masterpieces in silver with Captain Cook and Ram and the ships. And anyway, I used to buy all that and break them, sell them individual, because a lot of people, and still a lot of people, want things out of them, but they just don't want to buy the whole set because they don't know what to do with the other coins, as in selling or giving away. So sometimes things in sets need to be broken down for the individual that is specifically just wants to buy that coin. They do not want all the baggage. And because of that, they won't buy it. It won't sell. You take the baggage away and bang, it sells. So watch out for baggage when you're selling things, what you add with them, because that can stop you selling. You might think it's a good thing there, but you got to think at the other end, the person that's buying it, some people that buy them don't want the fuss of having to get rid of excess coins. They just want the coin to go into their collection. That's it. End game over. And I learnt that a long time ago on eBay. You got to really, really watch how you put coins together that you might think is a great idea, great bargain, whatever, and wonder why they're not selling. And it's just that there's a coin in there, or two coins that they want, the majority want, but they just don't want that baggage. So just watch out for baggage. Don't add too much stuff to coins if you're selling them. Single is always best, because you're catering for everybody then. Everybody that wants it, whether they want it as mass amounts of other coins with it for a deal, or somebody that just wants it, you cover everybody by doing them on a single level. But like I said, I've worked, got a little thing, I work things out and put packages together and see how they go. If they don't work, I take coins out, add other ones. If they don't work, then I know it's got to be split down. 1980. I don't know if I've got a decent 80. I wouldn't call that decent. I don't know if I've actually got anything that's got any background luster to it. Still, I better keep that. Yeah, they're 34 million too. And I really don't know if I've got a decent one. Anyway, I'm waffle talking. That's all right. No one's dropped in, and I'm all quiet. I can talk to myself, talk to you guys, and that's good. Just casually go through the coins. Nothing, no crop circle. We look down here first. Nothing there, so there won't be anything there. 2002 Outback. It's a nice coin, but it's I don't know if it needed something else there. Maybe a bird, a raven, crow, magpie. I love magpies. Magpie would have been cool there. Something that just a little bit on it. 82, 84. Nothing happens there. Lamination floors eventually. 16. No variety. All right. May as well do that. This last 50 cents. There's only 3 rolls, so get this one out of the way. Then I've got 3 rolls of 20 cents, and then I'll have a break, and I've got $2 and $1 to do at some stage over the weekend. Could be today. Probably try to. 71. Princess Di and Charlie. this one here, you can get a die crack from her mouth there, out to here, and out to here. Big. The thing would have broken not long after. That piece would have dropped off the die. It's completely cracked across and across. Pizza slice. Only ever had one. Sold it. Everything I had sold. I found them to sell on eBay, and they did. So they're gone. But I got the pictures. I think that's in the ones on Facebook, maybe. If it's not, it's in my other hard drive. Double bar, 1980. And again, on the back of all of these, 2007 onwards, I'll drop back to there. 6, 4, 5, just all of them. Check down the roos back for cuds, die chips on the edge of the roo design, all around the base of the shield to the 5. That's usually where there's a bad spot. On the heels here, you get different shapes, and up here and across the top. On all of your 50-cent pieces, and check on here too. Check for hair cuts all around here, and on the lips, under the chin, down here. I've had die cracks off there. Hair cuts here, and along the head of field. It's the edge of the Queen's design basically. So if you check the edge of her design that's inside the die, this is a drop in the die, you know, it's in. And so that's a sheer drop off into this, and it chips. Chippity chips. So check them all anyway on your fitties. 73, there we go, lowest one under the 85 at 4 million. Then the next one is the 72 at 5 million. Then the next one is your 74 at 8 million. Then the next one, if you want to know about it, 85 at $1 million. So under 85, 72, 73, 74. Well, in the order of 73, lowest, 72, then 74. This one I keep saying, I'll keep looking. There's a die crack somewhere to be found around here, or here, somewhere. I only saw it the once that somebody had for sale, and it was a long time ago, 2006 or something. Because all, you know, when they all come out brand new, and I was there selling, and so I've seen them. And they're one-offs, a lot of them. A lot of stuff I sold, one-offs. I haven't seen them sell again, or anybody finding them. Photos anyway, showing them. No crop circle. I'm not worried about looking for the cuds on the back. I just want the die crack on that. Trail lines on this. Just look at my video on trail lines. 13, it just gets cuds on the back. Oh, there's one there now. So he's got the roo reed, between the roo and the reed, and I call it that after Lou Reed. I love Lou Reed. Take a walk on the wild side, and that's right there. So the roo reed cut. And then we got one here at the shield, and then we got the one here at the 5, where it's joined in the shield. Then we got another one here. We got another long one here. We got a tiny one starting there. We got another one just here. Yeah, it's gone a little bit longer, a little bit die crack that's turned to. It's a wider die crack, but that's what it is. Come out there. Expect here, yep, there's one there. Another tiny one maybe there. Starting, is it? Doesn't matter, there's plenty on there. Little one in between the paws there, top. That's a little bit thicker off the back there. There's one in there. Yep, that'll be $75 for that consultation on that patient, eh? Pointed out all their lumpy bits. So yeah, 2013 gets pretty bad. 2010, 13, 16. 10s are the worst, then 16, then 13. So if you think that's bad, the 16s and the 10s get so much more. So much more. Shocking those years. Anyway, nice lot of errors on there. 2002, that's the last one. That's the last 50s. So I only got 2 50s out of that. Right at the end too, look, in the last roll. I think it was. Oh, where's that 73 gone? Oh, it's gone back in. Oh, well, doesn't matter, it's dirty. But the 73, there's 4 million, you find them. They're not hard to find, by any means. So the keepers out of here, the 73 I wouldn't have kept anyway. The 80 is just there because I'm not sure if I've got one. Oh, look, I don't want it. So out of that 3 rolls, I got 1 coin, 1 error coin with all the cards out of the $30. I mean, there was coins in there if people needed their commemoratives and whatever years you need, you know, but nothing spectacular jumping out. The 73 you probably would have taken if you haven't got one. You might take one anyway, put it away for 20 years. I'm too old to be putting that stuff away 20 and 30 years now. But, you know, they're definitely going to get lower on the hard to finds. You can see all that nicely there. Yeah, so we'll go on with these 20s and see. Got 3 rolls, what we can sniff out of there. A couple of federations will be all right. 2001, bimetal, planchet error, wrong planchet. That'll get you 10, 15, 20 grand, I suppose, if you found one of them on the 2001. It was struck on the English £2 coin, which is aluminium bronze outer, thin ring, maybe to where that wave is. It's a thin ring outer. And then the inner is copper nickel. And it's 2-piece, you know, together. And whoever was doing our blanks, I know I did read it was Hong Kong or Singapore at that stage because they did some of ours. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whoever did them, there must have been, they've done English, you know, they're doing English coins as well, which most places that are making blanks, say for Australia, are doing them for a lot of other countries too. And obviously they didn't clean out the hopper or whatever. And for the blanks, and they've brought in the blanks on top, but and sent them. And our mint here, I don't know how many they got, but they got mixed in with the 20 cents blanks, and we got coins minted on them, 2001s, and they're on English £2 coins. So make sure you're watching out for them. You see anything, you see any 20 cents that's 2-piece silver and bronze outer silver, yeah, well, jump for joy and take it down to Downies, absolutely, straight away, and get it put on for auction. Unless you want to keep it, of course. But I'd still take it somewhere so somebody knows you got it, you know, a record of it. Someone in high up in there, that's, you know, Max Stearns and Downies, definitely. And I'll be spreading the news and letting them know. And you want them to let them know anyway, so in case you get some nice big offers come through that might change your mind as to whether you keep it or sell it. Another happy couple. I'll put it there. I don't know if I've been keeping them. I haven't kept any. I haven't found any other commemoratives anyway. 2015, 67, 82, 2016. No rotates. Oh, look. 3 times, Trice. That one. Oh no, that's the same thing, Canberra or Wales. Yep. By the nostrils, I think that's another Canberra. Yeah, that's a Canberra. It's got the big nostrils pushed in. So that's another Canberra. Put that there with the other one. Oh, look, the Kiwi. 20 cents. Another one for NN. I lost that Fiji coin. I really spent. I wanted that. I don't find many. New Zealand, look, 88 too. How's that? Talking about those 88 sets I used to buy, the silvers. Bicentennial. I don't know why I'm looking there on the 21. 67, 22. There's up here you get cuds on the hair, the field, that's all I found. Tiny die cracks, but uncirculated, and they're really hard to spot. well, not overly hard to spot because they're uncirculated, but you really got to fight to see them. But they're there and show that there's hairline fractures in the die from basically when they get them. There's a nice cud right there, little one. Yeah, nice haircut. What's that on? 2006. A chip on the edge of the design. And put a little coin underdeveloped on it. They're the big nostrils. They're still using them on this one, see? That's the big nostrils. That's what you're looking for on that Canberra and the Canadian. Yep, that's them. Still using them. Yeah, so anyway, got a little error, tiny one, 2006, which you get these rotated as well. So I'll put the errors there. Welsh and Canberra, New Zealand, and 3 Caton Wills. Alright, second last roll. Nice large, head be alright, pointed A, 2004. Or actually a couple of rotates would be alright, just one rotate coin would be alright. One that maybe somebody hasn't had yet, you know. But 01, 04, 06, 2010, 2014, they're the ones I know, rotate. Not that one, 14. And another one, eh? 4 in a row. 2020. I've got a video on this, I think it's a shorts, but it shows you that I found 19 of these coins when they just came out in July 2020. July, August, yeah. Over a 6-week period, I found 19 coins. That between that 19 coins, I found 11 errors. And those 19 coins with 11 errors between them, I put them into 12 categories. Can you believe that? So there was 12 groups, I should say, categories, 12 groups of 19 coins in there, that between them they had a scattering of those 11 errors. And I only picked them up over the 6-week period, and that was it. I haven't found them since. And I still reckon they caught on to the fact that the die had die cracks, chips all over the thing, both sides. And they pulled them. And so I've got them. They're basically almost uncirculated, straight out. The only thing I can find ever since August 2020 is a cud on the hair to the crown. That's all I can find now on these. Nothing of all the other errors I've got. So anyway, check that out, 2020. Just search it 2020, and I'm pretty sure it's in the shorts. And I'll show it in the shorts just quickly. But if you want to look for errors, the 2020. So there you go. I found 11 errors and just 19 coins, just 19, half a roll over a 6-week period, and they had a mix of all of them between them all into 12 groups, which is prolific, you know. So that's the most errors on any 20-cent coin, and I've got them. I don't know who else has got them, but I've got them. There's proof that they are. They might not be anymore because they changed those. But in that first run, there's no 20 cents outdoes them for errors. Not by a chance. Is there any coins that have got 11 errors on it coming out? 19 in 12 different groups. Anyway. Check that out. It's worth having a look and see if you can find all those errors that I found in those first 6 weeks of it coming out. And I reckon they didn't do much of a run, and I got them all. And anyone else that was into noodling and finding, checking errors. I always check the latest ones when they come out, because of course they're the closest to uncirculated you can get, and if they've had a bad, if the first die was no good, you might have stuff that no one's going to find anymore, like my 2019 coins I've got. Yeah, make sure you get into the newest coins straight away, checking for errors. And on the 21, I didn't. I can't find. I think I had something on, a bit of die crack, a bit of die crack across the lips, but it's the edge of the design of the queens all chipping away and wearing. I think that's all I had, but nothing else. They fixed it up for that die. 2020 just on the hair of the field, that's all. Nothing at all. The 2021, I mean. No, the 2022 had the hair of the field. The 2021 only on the lips. I found stuff just there. So anyway, they fixed it up from that atrocious first run of the 2020s, where the dye was just, well, horrible, basically. It was chipped out, it was just finished. Whoever finished it, whoever made it, they did an absolute shocker job on the finish, let's face it. That's what it's all about. It wasn't polished nicely. The finish before they chromed it or put the hardening on wasn't very good. It was a bodge job. Yeah, it's amazing. All the little chips and cuts, nothing. Anyway, I definitely would recommend having a look at that. Yeah, the 21, I couldn't find anything, just those little bits across the lip there, which is common on most 20s. It starts going across there in the die. The edge of the queen starts wearing, and you get it all up and down. There you'll get it come out of there and run down and around the chin. There's this rough edging, it's all just wearing. And you got that one, I said, the swan. Nice one there. Civic 7, 81, that's that looks down too. That looks like another Canberra or Welsh. There. And then that one's the Welsh one. That's the Welsh. It's got the little in and flick, flicked out. Yeah, and all the claws are there. A little bit of dye fill. They always get dye fill on them. You see them in the proof sets with dye fill on them, and people try to sell them for mega loads. I actually got a photo of one on Facebook, the 1981 proof set I had, showing the claws in that with dye filled. And I did sell that for more than what I paid for it. Yeah, it might have been around the $50, $60 mark at that stage. That would have been 2006, 5, 6, 7, 5, no, it'd be 5 or 6. And there you see them, and people want, $50s, $1,000 something, because the dye fill on the claws. But I found that proof sets, you do find a bit of dye fill on the claws. And see the edge of her design is starting to go. You can see there. So the metal's coming along, flowing into that wear there first, then into the depth. So it's going down in a stage. So it comes along on the field, then it drops off into the queen design as it's minted. It's coming along, it's dropping off into that little wear, then over the edge into the queen design. And that's how you get that doubling. It's not double hit or nothing, it's just wear, common wear. It's wearing outwards, always wearing outwards from the continuous beating. Doesn't dig down, it spreads. Ugh. Come on at 83, 84, 85, well that'd be a blowout too. But 1988 would be all right. There's supposedly 174,000 1988s that were released into circulation. And the only ones known of are in the mint sets, at 274,000 or something like that for in the mint set. But they actually showed that there was 175,000 released into the wild, the 1988. And you'll see in your book mint sets only, but they actually released by the mint 174,000 1988 20-cent pieces into the wild. So you want to be looking for 88s, 83s, 84, 85s. If you can. The 83s you can still find out there in circulation. Yeah, so there's 2.5 million, 2.7 million, but they think it was less than that. But the fact is they went out anyway, the 83s. So there's a chance for them. I've seen people find them. I've seen circulated ones on eBay back in the news. But it doesn't mean that they were from the wild. There could have been somebody just like us found, not intended to circulate, a mint set coin. You can't tell the difference, so you wouldn't know if it was from the mint set or from the wild if you found an 88. If you found two in a row, I reckon you'd have to say that they're probably from the wild. But if you found one and never saw one ever again, I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to tell. You know, they could be from somebody's set and they've spent it because we find them all the time. Or it could be from the mint, but you couldn't crow about, oh, I found one that's in the wild from the mint, because no, there's the other factor that people spend their coins, and it could be just a mint set, 88. Yeah, so anyway. So 20-cent pieces. The 50 cents is, I said, 3 rolls. We got one with all the cut errors. I'll show it again by demand, if anyone's here. Wisey, how you going, buddy? As you know, I don't look over all the time. I said hello to Lynn. And Jobby and Christine, that's yet to go. So we've got Drew Reed, then Cuds, all the way around. Like a cog. It's like on that flame on the $1, the 99 age international persons. The cog gets it on the flames. One there, which is a die crack. It cuts the die crack. They're cracks. They crack, chip out, you know. But you got one there, die crack. And you got little ones across here. And I thought that was spread down there a little bit. It looks like it's finished off, but in between. And there's a tiny one that's coming up here. But anyway, it was full of them. So that's the 13. So error coin out of that 3 rolls. That's all I kept. And then the 20 cents, well, we got 3 10 million a piece. Not 10 million pieces, 10 million of them they made. Kate and Wills, that's the only commemorative in there. All the rest were just your ordinary common coins to find. 88 New Zealand, it's probably the most uncommon. And these were just 2 Canberras and 2 Welsh 81, just to show the Canberra and Welsh, the difference with the nostrils. So I've got 3 of them there, so let's see if we can have a look. So there's large nostrils, this top one, and that's the wide small one. So this is Canberra on top, Wales underneath, and that's Wales as well, but I don't need to show you that one because we've got these 2. So that's your Canberra and Welsh coins anyway. The nostrils, bigger, smaller, flicked, wider apart, bigger, pushed in, round. On the 81s, this one, all the claws are there. This one, all the claws are there. And that one I threw in was actually the error coin, wasn't it? Oh, and this Welsh one is got die fill on the 1st and 4th claws. Was it this one? Maybe it was one of the others. Anyway, there's die fill on them. Not that one. Anyway, there you go. Canberra and Welsh they're gone, don't want them. Will and Kate, yeah, they're gone, don't want them. What's this one? Oh, that's another 81. Oh, maybe this is the one that had the die fill. No. Anyway, I didn't get any Canadians this time, so that's gone. And the only coin I'm going to keep, believe it or not, isn't even an Australian coin. The only two, well, we got the 50 cent with the errors, and they're the 20 cents, 5 rolls. That's all. That's it. The New Zealand. That's the only one I'm keeping. Everything else back. There's nothing in there. Nothing worth anything in there at all. Face value for the whole lot of them. So there you go. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. 1 hour on the dot for that. That's right. That's a quick noodle. And then I'll be back later with the continuation of my $1 and $2. So they'll be continuing the 2,450 of 2s, 580 of 1s. I've still got 1, 2, 3, I've got 80 of 1s to do. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 of $2 to still do. So 902 bucks, got 18 rolls and 380. What, 18 rolls of $1 coins, the check. But that's what I've got so far. 3 Canberras, 2 Canberra non-colour commemorative, 9 Woolies colour, with the star one being the yellow Rio. And the dollars got the 2020 dollar, donation dollar, 22 Gash, Bush Ranger, 2018 Anzac, 1999, really nice condition, rotate 30 degrees out. And the 2010 with the pillow cud and the kangaroo, rabbit ears on that one for the error. I'm going to move this whole thing around. I'll see if I can. There you see. Yep, there they are on the top kangaroo. It's got the pillow and the rabbit ears. And then that one's the rotate, 30 degrees out. Anzac 2018, Bush Rangers, Gash 3, donation dollar, 12.5 million. And then dollars, got Wiggles, Fuji on 2020 Olympics, 2021 of course, but 2020 dated. 22 Commonwealth Games, Paralympic 2020, and the 2016 Rio yellow ring. And then 2 non-colour commemorative. That one's beaten up and going back anyway. 2016, 2.88 mil. 2.5 million on the Invictus. Used to be 5.4, dropped it down. 2 million on the flag, and 2 million frontline worker. That's what I got so far. The rest will be coming up later. Catch you later, alligator. So there you go. Good stuff. All right, I'm off. Have a good day, and I'll be back sometime later, and I'll do some more coins. I might do a mix again, the 1s and the 2s, or I might just come back and do 1s. I might come back and just do 2s first, you know, and spread out and do a couple of lives, shorter ones at a time. All right, so I'll be back sometime today. With keep your notifications on, subscribe, like, share, follow, friend over on Facebook, and buy my coins on eBay, but don't buy them on there. Find them, the ones you want, and then contact me through Gmail. You can still pay with PayPal, bank, same thing. And you still get all your protections. I send it registered, all that stuff, so no problems, all good. Same as I do on there, and all private as well. Okay, so I'm out of here. Have a good day, and it's a lovely day here in Melbourne, man. It looks so good out there, so I'm going out to do some gardening, probably cut the lawn. All right, ta-da for now, and have a good day. Bye-bye. I'm going to have a pie for lunch. Ta-da.